Hey now everybody, we're back, brand new Take Aim podcast. Happy New Year. Excited to be back home from ATA and to get a couple shows out. Today's show we were with Ed Gramza from BaseMap, hunting and fishing and hiking. They do all kinds of stuff on that app, but it is the now go-to app for all your needs for hunting. Dropping pins, sharing locations, a very cool community aspect, but a ton of great features, which I'll let Ed continue to talk about in this podcast. But it's awesome app. Excited to be using it and excited to get a bunch of new shows out for the year. A lot of new guests lined up for the rest of the year and excited to roll this one out. So we'll talk again real soon.
All right, guys, we're live here at ATA 2020, and I'm here with Ed from BaseMap. Ed, what's happening, man?
Man, I'm happy to be here.
Happy to see you.
It's a busy show. I haven't seen you in a couple of years. It's good to see you, too.
I know, you too, man. Actually, it's funny that it's been so busy. We've been trying to connect now for, all day yesterday.
All day yesterday and now today.
Yeah, so, but Ed is from BaseMap, and BaseMap does a lot of cool things as far as a hunting app for maps and features, stand locations, access, all kinds of stuff. But obviously, I'm going to let Ed kind of give us the rundown on that.
So, I'm sure you've heard of our competitor out there.
Yep.
Has a big X in it.
Right.
So we're similar to them, but different. Okay? We've got a lot more information. We've got a more stable platform, a faster platform, 3D mapping on iOS, which they don't have.
Right. Which is a really cool feature if you haven't seen it.
Yes, it's very cool. It's kind of like Google Earth.
Right.
It only works on iOS devices right now. Apple has their own 3D imaging, so it is an Apple imaging, but there's a way to actually go through the app and get 3D mapping on an Android. We use the Google Earth then. Okay. Probably the biggest difference between us and them is we're $30 a year for all 50 states. There's $30 a year for one state or $100 a year for all 50.
Yeah. So you might want to repeat that.
Yeah, $30 a year for all 50 states.
I mean, that's amazing. $30 a year for all 50 states. You don't have to pick a state.
Nope.
No, you get it all.
And with us, so you get all 50 states, you can actually have all 50 states loaded at one time. The competitor, you can only have 5.
Right.
For some guys that might not make a big difference, but if you're bouncing from state to state, you have to remember to turn
them on,
turn different states on and off.
Yeah, super cool though. So I know another thing you guys do, which is really cool, which I'm excited to actually learn a little bit more about today, is the gear drop. So some of the cool things you guys are doing there that nobody else is doing.
Right. So gear drop is a game kind of within the app. Okay, it makes you use some of the layers because we give hints to show you where the gear is. So every week from Wednesday through Monday, we have a new gear drop. Starts at 8 a.m. Pacific time on Wednesday, ends at 6 p.m. Pacific time on Monday. Okay, so we announce it via an email campaign, social media, in-app pushes, that sort of thing. So every week the prize changes. So I know this might air after the fact, but right now we're giving away a $1,700 Hoyt bow.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got some really cool
a lot of cool prizes. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you're a paid subscriber or using the free version. Everybody has the chance to play and the same chance to win. Okay, so you get one free gear draw or one guest marker per week. You can earn an extra 4 by doing various things. Following the link to a YouTube video that we have, sharing on Facebook, sharing with a friend, taking a survey.
Okay.
So you can actually get up to 5, have 5 guesses. So the drop location is secret. We give hints.
Right.
So closest person gets the whole thing.
Okay. And so you're basically you're dropping a location based on what you think the hints give you.
Correct.
And as close as you can get.
Correct.
And that puts you right in the mix to win.
Correct.
Basically.
So first place gets the, for this week, the Hoyt bow. Second and third place right now are getting a hat and T-shirt, but we're actually going to be switching it up here pretty soon. Where second place is going to get, we're going to try to do like a $100 gift card.
Okay.
For the company we're giving something away from.
Okay.
Hoyt might be a little bit hard. You can't buy directly from Hoyt.
Right.
So we do like a Cabela's or Bass Pro gift card or something. But we're going to try to also, second place, give a gift card to them. It makes you use the app because the hints make you turn on some layers to look for certain things. And like there was a hint about a fire burn. Well, we have a historical wildfire layer. Okay. So it made you turn that on and kind of look within the area.
Right.
And try to guess where it was.
Not only is it a cool per se game to play, but it's giving you the chance to kind of self-tutorial,
Correct.
To teach yourself through
Absolutely.
the app and how to use it. Because like Ed has kind of alluded to, there's a lot more features on this than there are, the competitors.
Yeah, we've got some exclusive features for BaseMap. One being an outdoor journal. Okay, Usually, a way to get another gear drop guest marker is to post on the Outdoor Journal like a photo. So you can log your hunts, your hikes, your fishing trips, whatever it may be. You can save a photo, tell us what you're doing. You don't have to share the location. Like when you post a photo, it gives it drops it on your map, but you don't have to share the location with everybody.
Okay.
But it's a way to log your hunts and stuff.
Yeah, very cool. So basically, I mean, for everybody that I'm sure you're kind of getting the drift, but basically iOS, Android, you can download the app and web, which is a cool feature. It's nice to be able to sometimes use the bigger screen. Bigger screen. But you basically can go in and correct me if I'm wrong, but you can make your own profile and kind of set up your own home base. Like, this is Brandon Hammonds, this is kind of where I'm from, and there's kind of some inner networking friend type stuff.
So it's almost like a Facebook type thing, okay? So you can, if your friends are using BaseMap, you can follow your friends, okay?
And they can follow you.
They can follow you. Yep. One thing that's cool, and I'll hit on this now, that we have that the competition doesn't have, with following friends, you can actually do live location sharing. Not just sharing a waypoint.
Right.
Like I could follow you on the journal, share my location with you, and every time you open up the app, you're going to see exactly where I'm at.
Okay.
So it's kind of, I've heard of like husbands making their wives buy it, so the wife can go on and make sure the husband's still alive, like moving around. Or if you're hunting with buddies, you can see where they're at. You do need cell service for that.
Okay.
But it's
that's a huge deal on like maybe not so much a Midwest whitetail hunt, but on a big wilderness hunt. That's huge.
Yes.
If you got two buddies are out elk hunting somewhere, and keep tabs on each other.
Or you're trying to get a hold of your buddy to help you pack out an elk or something. Hey, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Or you can watch him coming up the trail and make sure he's actually coming.
On the way. Or the right way.
Yeah, the right way. Exactly.
That would be my luck. At least with my buddies. You never know what's going to happen.
So that's something that we have that none of our competitors have.
That's a really cool feature. Yeah. That's neat to see it live and be able to move and step by step. At least on the deer, like you know me, Ed, I'm all into deer hunting. So let's talk some of your favorite features for deer hunting, what you do, and kind of run me through some of that.
So I'll hit on another like exclusive feature that we have. We call it smart markers. Okay. So if you're like big into studying, deer movement, based on wind, temperature, barometric pressure, whatever your current conditions are. Every time you create a waypoint, it's actually a smart marker, we call it.
Okay.
It actually records from weather stations what the barometric pressure is, temperature, wind speed, wind direction at that moment that you drop that marker.
Okay.
So you can kind of start, if you're big into the analytics of, when deer are moving, you can look at that data historically and try to pinpoint where deer are going to be.
You can track your own deer data.
Correct.
Yeah, which is really neat. So, so explain a little bit of those features as far as, let's talk weather. Are some of those features already built in? Do you have to add anything?
No, we do have weather.
Okay.
At this point in time, we don't, we can see future weather, but at this point in time, we don't have like future wind forecasts, like wind speed, wind direction, something we're working on. But it does show current weather, because we use all the different weather stations around where you're at. It'll show you your real-time weather.
Okay, real-time weather.
Yep.
And that will do that for each location. So if I'm like, hey, do I want to go to Indiana today, or?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. So, and you can use it obviously
Does it forecast weather as well, a couple days in advance?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's sweet.
Basically temperature and, conditions.
Yeah.
Sunny, cloudy. You can drop markers obviously for where your tree stands are, where your game cameras are.
Okay.
Trails, rubs, scrapes, that sort of thing.
And all those, are they, those markers, can we name them, or are they,
you can name
presets? Or?
You can name them. So it always defaults to like the next number sequence, but you can rename them. There's, I don't even know how many. There's a million different like icons that you can use, for a tree stand, trail camera, scrape, rub.
Yeah, that's what I was asking about. Yeah, we're trying to get to, anyways.
Yeah. So there's all that, and
which I think is super cool.
We hit on web a little bit. So anything that you do on web, marking points, automatically goes to
your profile for your app.
Yep.
Okay.
And vice versa. Anything you do on mobile, you see on web.
Gotcha.
As well.
Gotcha. That's perfect. Is there I know I've used this kind of before, where it will track your movements, like if I wanted to start A to B and come back?
So you can turn on like a tracking function.
Yep.
And it will record, the distance, how long it took you, It actually shows you an elevation profile.
Oh, nice.
So if you're
That's
going up
cool.
and down, it
Yeah.
shows you the profile. You can, when you're done with that, you can save it. It'll save a track for you.
Okay.
You
And
can
it tells
share-
your distance, actually.
Yep.
Wow.
You can
That's
share it
cool.
on the Outdoor Journal if you want people to see
Right.
that. You can do a lot with that.
Yeah, that's neat features. Yeah, I do really like kind of what we talked about just a minute ago, but having the different icons to rename, like, hey, this is just a scrape line I wanted to pin, remember, or you scout a place a year in advance, per se, for the next coming season. You can mark that stuff, and then when you get back there, I mean, if you've only seen it, like for me, sometimes some of these properties you only get to see one time before you get to hunt them.
Right.
So, like, a feature like that is huge.
Right.
Like, to go back and be like, well, it was right here. We're going to sneak back in and look at it again.
Right, yeah, that historical
Data, so
Data,
to speak.
yeah.
Yeah. It's really
Yep.
awesome.
because
So,
obviously we know whitetail are pretty much a creature of habit.
right.
They're going to go to the same place.
Yeah. If you
every
can find
year.
that place.
Yep,
Yeah.
you got to find it.
That's right. Is there any features on the website that isn't on the mobile app? Even though I know you said it will save.
No, not
but-
really. So, one other thing that we have that's kind of an add-on, we have a hunt research layer.
Okay.
Okay, that's another $10 a year. It works a little bit better on the web because you can kind of filter and narrow stuff down. So it's going to show you some historical kill data, season dates.
Okay.
And that's all 50 states. It's not just out west.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more interactive and easier to use on the web if you have the hunt research data
Okay.
than it is on
Yeah.
mobile.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes both are nice, and obviously it's nice to sit down on a big screen sometimes, look at a huge piece, but you can also do the same thing on your mobile app, zooming in and out, and adjust
Right.
it, and zoom back in, know,
Right.
which is fine, but,
Right.
so,
Another feature that we have, the competitor has this too. Ours is a little bit different. It's like offline mapping.
okay.
So if you're going
Oh,
out
I'm
west,
glad you mentioned that,
going
yes.
out west, or heck, even some of the better whitetail
Yeah.
places, there's no cell
No
service.
cell service, yeah.
So you can, from home, if you have, on Wi-Fi, you can download areas of the map that you can use offline. Okay.
Okay.
For us,
So it stores it.
it
So
stores all the information
right in
so
the app.
so that when you get to your spot, you can click on the button and go offline. So it stops your phone from searching for a cell signal for using the app. It will default to whatever maps you have saved.
Okay.
So we can do really big map, we can do really little maps.
Okay.
So there's kind of a custom feature. The bigger the map you do, the lower the resolution.
Okay.
Because it would be way too big of a file.
Sure.
So if you kind of narrow it down, there's bars at the bottom. So as you start making the map bigger, it'll start showing you the resolution is
Okay.
going down.
Going down. I
You know,
got
so you can download. Gosh, you can download as much as your phone's going to hold.
Right.
If that's half a state, if your phone can hold it,
Yeah.
you can
Or-
download that.
On the opposite side, if you're only, I don't want to say only, but if you got permission on a small 20 to 40 acre piece, you can go ahead and download it, and it's super high
Yes,
resolution
yes,
on
super
something
high
that,
res.
yeah.
Yep. Now you don't, if you're offline, you don't have that live location sharing. You don't have 3D mapping if you're on iOS. You can't share waypoints. Obviously, that all requires a cell signal. But you're still going to have all the information, the property boundaries, all your satellite imagery, your waypoints, all that's going to be stored on there.
Okay. Yeah, that is really cool. So another thing that I think is really neat, I know we touched on it just a second, is just the fact that you guys do have the 3D mapping, and what are some of the features you kind of use with the 3D stuff?
Oh,
'Cause
man.
that's really new to a lot of people, unless
Yeah.
you play on Google Earth.
So,
I mean, in an app anyways.
Us flatlanders won't use it
Yeah,
too
we
much.
won't, yeah.
But if
Right,
you're
yeah.
going out west and looking for drainages or
Right.
like
elk hunting.
Yeah, I mean elk
certain-
hunting and mule deer hunting, it's huge.
Yeah.
Because you're going to find those drainages, those valleys that you can probably get through if you're trying to get somewhere. You can see what the elevations. I mean, obviously we have topo lines that show you that. but
Sure.
It's really cool
But you can
to
move
see
it and-
yeah, you
yeah.
can see it 3D to know, man, I really don't want to go there.
Right.
That's
pretty
obviously that's where the elk and deer are, but
cool. Right.
but yeah, the 3D is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is a neat feature. Yeah, very cool. No, you guys have a lot of really cool features on the map. Everything I about it I like. It like Ed said, it's different, but a lot of those features are a lot better than what I've used previously, and I like the community aspect to it a little bit more as well. Not that I ever even thought I would want that, but
Right.
I'm glad you guys did it.
Yeah.
So, which is really cool.
And you can actually in the Outdoor Journal you can make posts in there that are private that nobody sees but you. You could do like a limited where anybody can see it, but not your location, or you make it public where everybody can see it and see your actual location. So, I mean, a good example of that is when we do gear drop every week. On Wednesday, so I do the social media for BaseMap and all the other stuff. Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, there's always, around that time, there's always going to be an outdoor journal post from BaseMap announcing this week's gear drop. The location is private, but it gives you some information about, and then come the following Tuesday when we pick the winner, then I make a public post that actually shows the exact location for gear drop,
that's cool,
announcing the winners, so everybody can see that.
Yeah, and see both sides of how that works.
Correct. So we do a limited, and then we do a public.
That is neat.
So
yeah, for sure. And for those that don't know, Ed, you guys obviously, if you haven't seen your guys' social media, Ed, where is it? Because I've seen it all over, but
so on Facebook it's just BaseMap Hunt Fish. And on Instagram, it's BaseMap_Hunt Fish. Okay. We've also got a YouTube channel that we're building a lot of users on it, or subscribers. So we've got some hunting videos on there that we filmed. We have our own in-house videographer that he self-filmed some of his hunts. We sent them with some of our ambassadors to film some hunts. We're working on some things to get some other people to film hunts with. We've got some tutorial videos on there. We've got some comparison videos to us and OnX, kind of showing some of the stuff we've talked about, like smart markers, 3D mapping, how we're different than the competition. And we make no bones about it. We want some of that market share, so we go after them.
Yeah.
So you can go to YouTube and search for BaseMap, subscribe to that. That's about
everywhere.
It. Yeah,
pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, we're on. We do a lot of social media stuff. We're also on Twitter, BaseMap_Hunt Fish. I don't do the Twitter thing that much.
Yeah,
it's mainly fun. Facebook and
Instagram. Yeah. Your Instagram page is awesome, by the way. So you do a great job.
I appreciate that.
It's very good.
It has come a long way since I started. Since I took it over.
Yeah, it's doing well. But I do not just saying this because you're sitting here, but I just have the feeling that the app itself and all the features, it's just it has a better vibe to it, a cooler feel. And I think part of that is what you guys are doing with the gear drops and just the community aspect. I think it's going to build a really neat community and really kind of keep hunting the way it should be going, and moving along with a little bit of that technology base, which I mean that's a lot, obviously, but it gives guys that aren't techie, is what I mean, a chance to use that technology and kind of get excited about it.
So I'll admit, when I came on with BaseMap around July 1st, I was brought on to run their ambassador team, and then in October I quit my job and became their marketing manager full time. Well, a year ago I had no idea who BaseMap is.
Right.
BaseMap is, people are starting to talk about it. People are hearing about it.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting. You can see this kind of shift.
Yes, I mean, subscribers and downloads have increased significantly. We're definitely on the map now.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have a long way to go. We got the 800-pound gorilla in the room, but we're getting there.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
It's going to happen. Like I said, there's so many extra cool things that are going on. The technology side of it, you guys have as much or more, and it's done that well that I was telling Ed earlier. Unfortunately, this year I hurt myself and didn't really get to use it in a hunting situation. But I'm all the time in my house just playing on it. If I have a break for 5 minutes, I'll jump on and just look at stuff, and it's a super cool toy almost.
Right, and with gear drop right now. I mean, we're kind of in the off season for hunting right now, unless you're down in the Southwest or something. But we're seeing a lot more people using it and interacting with it in the quote-unquote off season right now, which is good.
Which is cool.
One thing that makes us different. I know we're talking hunting, but we also have a lot of fishing information.
Yeah, that's neat too.
We only have about 5,000 lakes mapped right now. We're looking to increase that. We've got rivers. We've got data in the Gulf of Mexico, Pacific, Atlantic, the Great Lakes, and whatnot. So I mean, there's a fishing aspect to it also that we're hoping to make a little bit more known here this spring. As people are starting to hit the rivers a little bit more for fly fishing and stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a very cool feature, and I'm sure a lot of those are the same kind of.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, there are specific fishing layers,
or icons,
that help highlight water a little bit better.
Okay.
It'll kind of adjust the contrast and stuff and show contours, river information a little bit better than on the hunt side.
Okay. Perfect. Well, I know that I'm still fairly new to using it, so I know obviously we get more into season, and I have a couple new farms that I'm picking out this year, so before too long I'm going to be pretty much a pro at using this app,
right,
which I'm really excited about. But for as much as I've been on it, I've had nothing but a great experience and have figured out quite a few things, and actually Ed taught me a few things today which I hadn't been using, so I'm excited to kind of get on that. But
so one thing I'll hit on, that we get asked on a lot. Okay, so I'm already using OnX. Okay, I don't want to lose all my waypoints.
Oh yeah, that's great
again, go to our YouTube page. We've got a video that shows you how to migrate your waypoints, all your tracks, and everything you've ever done on OnX, how to move it to BaseMap. It literally takes less than 2 minutes on the computer. You have to do it online on a computer. It takes less than 2 minutes. So if you make the switch, you lose nothing.
That is amazing.
You lose nothing.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's cool. That's very cool content that you're putting out. It makes guys feel a lot more comfortable, like you said, making that switch and knowing that I can keep that stuff, and you guys have it right there on YouTube.
Right. So one thing I'll offer to all the listeners here before we get off, if you go to basemap.com/take-aim, we're going to give you 20% off an annual membership. So actually it's about 20%. So you're going to get it for a discount. You can do an annual membership or a monthly, but if you buy it from that specific website, basemap.com/take-aim, you'll get some money off. Save a little bit more money. It'll be under $30.
Under $30, you can't beat that versus the competitor. So under 30, guys. So
for all 50 states.
For all 50 states.
Again, all 50 states.
Yeah, under 30.
So now you got $70 in your pocket to go buy some ammo or some.
You get some
other
some
gear.
extra.
Yes,
yeah, that's right.
You got extra.
So, but we're sitting here at ATA. Guys are screaming.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on. Probably we probably know what booth it is.
I know what booth that is. Yes.
They scream a lot over there.
Yes, they give away a lot of stuff and get loud.
How has the show overall treated you, and what have you?
It's been good.
Seen any cool products? You're like, whoa.
You know what? Honestly, I haven't had time to walk the entire thing. Part of what we're doing here is trying to talk to companies about Gear Drop.
Yeah, helping Gear Drop grow.
We're trying to bring on some, I'll say, higher profile people that we want to film, hunts with and partner with.
Right.
So that's kind of what we're here doing, because we're not a wholesaler. We don't sell in retail. We just do online and through the app stores. So we don't have a booth. But man, it seems like all I've been doing is meetings for the last day and a half. And it's been busy. So to answer your question, I haven't seen anything cool yet because I really haven't stopped.
Been more working.
Yeah, I haven't stopped and looked at anything yet.
Yeah, that's all right though. But so as we leave today, I want everybody just to get on at least your phone, iPad, or whatever, download the app, at least check it out. You can check it out, like Ed said, before you buy it, and make sure you guys use the link on the BaseMap website and get the additional 20% off, because that's a pretty good deal for under $30.
So, play Gear Drop. You don't need to be a paid member. We'd like, obviously, paid members to play, but you don't need to have a paid subscription. There is a free version, that it gives you limited information. So just download it and try it. You might be impressed with what you're going to see.
Yep. And Ed, where can we find you? Well, I guess just BaseMap.
Yeah.
Instagram really is where Ed can be found. So.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I do the social media, so Instagram and Facebook have multiple posts a week. Yeah. From between Gear Drop and just sharing some photos from the field from our ambassadors or whoever.
Right. That's a lot. Well, thanks for your time today, Ed. I look forward to working with you guys more in the future, and super excited to be part of the brand and help promoting it, because it's instantly when I used it, I was like, man, this is really something I believe in. So super excited about it, and definitely want you guys to check it out. So.
Yeah, I appreciate your time today.
All right, thanks, Ed.
You bet.
We'll see you guys real soon.